Hi, boys and girls. It's time for Chapter 8 of Magic Bone. And I've come to read with Peyton, who is apparently having afternoon nap time. I promised her if she was good and doesn't bark, then maybe she can get a bone. So, we're going to read Chapter 8. Now, the boys, Sparky and Watson, have been off on trying to figure out how to get that bone, and they're off looking for it. So here we go. That was close, I gasped, as Watson and I finally stopped running long enough to catch our breath. I'm tired and thirsty. So is Watson. I can tell by the way his long pink tongue is hanging out of the side of his mouth with little drips of spit all over it. Ding dong, ding dong. What's that sound? I try to bury my ears with my paws. Don't worry, Watson tells me. That's just Big Ben. I look around for a dog that's named Big Ben, but I don't see anyone. Just me and Watson standing near a garden of flowers. And here they are on the run. Does anybody know what Big Ben is in London? Who's Big Ben? I don't know, Watson admits. I've never met him, but he makes that bonging noise all day long. You can hear him all over the city. Watson says as he lies down on the grass and sticks out his tongue. Sure is hot out here. I know what you mean. I start rolling around on the cool grass. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a two-legged watering flowers with a long green snake. It looks just like the snake Josh uses to water our flowers with back home. What could that long green snake be? Maybe a water hose? Wiggle, waggle, water! I bark excitedly. I run over for a sip. The two-leg turns to me and cups his hand at the snake's mouth so I can drink it more easily. Oh, the water is cold and wet. Slurpy, slurp, slurp. I can't drink it fast enough. Sparky, Watson barks nervously. Get away from him. He could be from the pound. But I know this two-leg isn't from the pound. He would have grabbed us by now if he were. I guess Watson has figured that out too, because he slowly walks over and takes a few quick sips from that long green snake. Then he backs away. And there's a picture, and look what he's holding. I think that's a water hose. It makes me sad to see Watson so afraid. I can't imagine what it's like not to trust any two-legs. But I guess it's because Watson never had a two-leg love him the way Josh loves me. Are we near the Queen's house? I asked Watson. Watson looks around. Not far, he says. Wiggle, waggle, whoopee! My happy tail starts dancing again. Watson and I are almost home. Watson sets off and I follow. There it is, I tell Watson. It's the duck sign and the tree. Diggity dig dig dig. Oh, yes, it's right where I buried it. I bark excitedly as the magic bone appears in the dirt. He's found it. Oh, do you think he's going to bite it? Let's see. That is some amazing bone, Watson admits. I've never smelled one like that. I know, I agree. It's the best smelling bone ever. And you just bite it and the next thing you know, you're somewhere else? Watson asked me. I nod my head. We just have to make sure that we both take a bite at the exact same time so we go home together. Home. Oh, the word makes me feel tingly all over. You're gonna love home, I tell my new friend. There's always lots of food and water, and Josh is the best part. Just then I hear footsteps coming up behind us. I grab my bone and dart into the bushes. It could be the dog catcher. I figure Watson must be right behind me, but he's not. He's where I left him, staring at two legs who are walking toward him. He doesn't seem scared. Maybe it's because it's easy to tell that these two legs aren't dog catchers. One of them is too little, and the bigger two leg looks like she could be his mommy. I watch from the bushes as the little two leg walks over and gently reaches out his hand to Watson. Watson looks up at him but doesn't move. The mommy two leg says something that I don't understand, but she doesn't sound mad or mean. She sounds nice. There's no pictures on this page. I guess Peyton wouldn't see them anyway. Looks like she's sleeping. Watson's tail must think she sounds nice too, because it starts to wag. Watson walks over to the little two-leg and lets him pet his head. A minute later, the mommy two-leg scoops Watson up with her front paws. Do you think those two legs are friendly? They're petting Watson. There's Sparky hiding in the bushes. Watson doesn't seem scared at all. In fact, he looks up and gives her a kiss with his tongue. The mommy says something to her little two-leg. A big smile breaks out on his face. The next thing I know, the mommy two-leg begins to walk away with Watson in her arms. The little two-leg follows next to them. Watson lets out a whimper. It's very quiet, but I can hear him. Home, he says happily. I'm finally going to have a home. Huh? But you already have a home, I called to him, with Josh and me. That's your family, Watson explains. This one will be mine because they chose me. I know how Watson feels. It's great to know a two-leg wants you, like the way I know Josh picked me because I make him happy. It'll just be Josh and me again when I get back. But right now, it's just me and my bone, alone in London. And that dog catcher could be anywhere. That's the end of chapter 8. Is Watson got a new home, but what about Sparky? Do you think he's going to bite his bone tomorrow and get back home? Well, we'll find out tomorrow. It's chapter 9, and that's the last chapter. I hope it works out for him. Thanks for joining me today. I think Peyton really loved the story. She's still sleeping, but she didn't bark, so I guess I have to give her a bone. Don't forget to read stories at your house if you have time, and read to somebody if you can. I know it's hard to find books that are just right for us, but keep trying. And I love reading to you. I just miss you sitting in front of me. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy some sunshine. Bye, kindergarten.